Star on the Wall of Paradise Now Church, JTC Mission. We're here in Queenstown, South Island, New Zealand, here on the Frontline Faith Outreach 2020.
Sister Roletta Nuala.
My name is Sister Elaine Dubis.
And my name is Sister Sue Keeley.
My name is Sister Michelle Garcia.
18th of the 1st, 2020. Glory to the Lamb.
We're not called to be influential in the world. I don't know one apostle that was influential. We're not called to manufacture or make people to think and to live and to be as the Gentiles. Because we're told repeatedly not to walk as the Gentiles. That word Gentile relates to the world at large and as a whole. So the title of our message today is The Maker. The Maker. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. Oh, hallelujah. Right? Nothing was made without him. All things were made through him. I mean, making disciples is such a small thing to God. And we have flashes of how Jesus made disciples. And aren't we supposed to be following in his footsteps? But we see that the will is always in play with Jesus and walking with Jesus. It's always the will. And we can go in our Bibles to Mark. Then Jesus said to them, "Come after me, and I will make you become fishers of men." Verse 18, and immediately they left their nets and followed him. You see that? Hey? You see how Jesus made a disciple there? I mean, how simple is that? How simple is that? You see, the will is in play. Here we have men at work. Men at work. These fishermen, that was their trade, that was their livelihood, that was their everything. But he just said to them, "Follow me." Now, why can't that be done today? Why cannot a man, why cannot a minister say to someone, "The Lord's telling you to follow me, let's go"? Because the wicked world we live in has reasoned Jesus away. Okay? Jesus has sort of the reason for the season, they say. But he's not the reason for deliverance from sin, is he? Apparently, he can't deliver from sin. You know why? Because people don't want to be delivered. That's the kicker. People don't want to be delivered from sin. They love it the way it is. My people love it so. The prophets prophesy lies. The priest or the pastors rule by their own power and their own heart. My people love it that way. I always think of the Baptist church when I hear that. The pastors rule by their own power, by their own carnal strength. Their social clubs and Father's Days and Christmas clubs, youth clubs and children's clubs and kids camp and what's the other one? Potluck. Potluck raffles. Oh dear me. So our message today, the Maker. You know, when we read the writings of John chapter 1 and verse 3, we can be at home, you know, we can relax and we can chill and we can know that we're in good hands. There is no matter The only method is the Holy Ghost. There is no method. My sheep know my voice. They hear my voice, they do it, and I have a reward for them. It's not materialism, it's not money, it's not worldly success, it's eternal life that no billionaire, trillionaire, that no entrepreneur, and no philanthropist, and no pope, and no religion or denomination or successful religious business can give. Makeup. Jesus will make your day. He will make your day a beautiful day. If you're willing to hand your will over to subject yourself. Give up your life. Most people don't want to do that. Verse 19, likewise, when he had drawn a little farther from there, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, who also were in the boat, mending their nets.
Thank you very much.
And immediately
So you didn't play photo.
you know, when the Lord called me, I said yes. I didn't do any 62-day course or any 5-year course. I didn't have people coming to me and slapping me on the back and inviting me to barbecues and sausages. I didn't have that kind of carry on. I just heard the Lord call me. I said yes. Eh? I heard him call for me by the vessel of an indigenous man. How am I going to do this? I don't know, Lord. Under my grace, over the obstacles and under my way. See, it's all Him, under my grace. I will sherry love from you over the obstacles. I will catapult you, Kit-Kat you over the obstacles. You take a break. I'll Kit-Kat you over there. I'll catapult you. Woo! Jesus! Oh! Ah! Oh! There's a fire burning in my bones. I'm willing to obey. And that's all the Lord needed to hear in order to make them a disciple. That's all Jesus needed to hear. I'm willing. That's all I said to Jesus, I'm willing. Hey? I'm willing. When the Lord called me into His kingdom, into His ministry, and into the pulpit, I said, I'm willing. That's all I've got to offer, Jesus. I'm willing. You call me to this, you meet the call. You're going to have to do it. He says, I'll make it. No problem. I will make it all happen. You stay on the narrow road and you will minister to the nations of the world. The Lord said to His disciples, He said, look, it's got, it was a really, sort of reminded me of Vietnam call-up, and how they were enlisted when the Vietnam War was on in Australia. They were just called up, and they just went in there and started fighting. There was no room for training. They just went in there and just unleashed the beast, and just started hacking with machetes and peeling off 100-round bullets off GPMG machine guns. There's none of this, oh, stop pushing me. You have to give me this heavy rifle to carry. Can't you give me a lighter one? It would just, here, there's the rifle. This is how you work it. Right, it's up to you. You live or die, you know what I mean? Here's a couple of 100-round belts over his shoulder, you know, a ration pack.
God bless.
There's some dry biscuits and a bit of old mouldy cheese or something. Go. Same with Jesus. There's no messing around with the real Jesus. Except that we have the Holy Ghost. See? It's to our advantage that Jesus left terra firma and went home to Father. Now the Holy Ghost indwelling, empowering, right? Empowering us so that we can have that inbuilt direction, sort of like bolting a turbocharger onto a mini minor 850. And because he chose his Father's will and not his own, he got down the road.
We believe
Just
that Jesus is
about
the creator.
to strike midnight. The knife was ready to come out. Oh,
It's just like a
right there.
clock. It has to have a maker,
And there was the brain.
and his name is Jesus. And he has it all in a book.
The Lord will provide. The Lord will provide. The Lord has provided. The Lord has provided. The Lord will sort it all. Like we had the New York call and the Indian call coming at the same time. I said, just leave them on the table and see which one moves. Wow. And everything, the Lord, the provider, hey, Yahweh Jireh, he has made a way where there was no way. Who? Me.